Motorhome transport carts have been designed for heavy loads. The lifting height may be adjusted. Small containers with a height of 30 centimetres and bigger ones with a height of up to 100 centimetres can be lifted. The handle is adjustable to conform to the height of the user. Further advantages of the motorhome transport carts are their ball-bearing, wide-profile tyres with steel rims, which ensure easy driving and make them exceedingly suitable for off-road use. The two basic models of the motorhome transport cart feature a wide range of accessories. Depending on the size of the basic model, adapter plates are used to adjust the following accessories to the respective size: forklifter, seam gripper, pedal, branch, and trunk holder and crane. The adapter plate is simply mounted between two guide rails with a bolt and nut, and using the securing pin as a protection against twisting. Attaching the adapter plates to the forklifter is based on the same principle. The two plates are bolted on the inside and are now suitable for a transport cart of size 1. The seam gripper with tension belt is part of the basic equipment of the two standard models and is very easy to mount. Depending on the height of the containers to be lifted, the seam gripper is fastened with a pin at the lower part to the adjusting strip and is fixed with a safety hook. Now the transport cart is ready for use. For safety purposes, the container, as generally all transported goods, must be secured with the attached tension belt. The pedal is available in a standard and a foldable design. It must be attached to the lower part of the transport cart using 2 pins and a safety hook. 2 pins are generally required for the pedal, since the leverage may result in tremendous forces. When using a foldable pedal, it may be folded out in advance if required by the lifted weight, and must be folded in again with the foot for transport. For the transport of containers, there are clamping fixtures with support fixtures, which are very easy to mount. The 2 support fixtures are fixed to the lower front end of the basic device and are locked in place with pins. The clamping fixtures with the hand lever are fixed to the front of the adjusting strip with pins and safety hooks. With this equipment, it is easy to move a great variety of containers made of wood, terracotta, concrete, and plastic. In order to mount the trunk holder, first of all the top adjusting strip must be fixed to the basic device with 2 pins and the safety hooks. Then the trunk holder is mounted to the top end of the adjusting strip. The bottom part is mounted with pins and safety hooks at the desired angle position of the trunk holder. In order to adjust the length of the trunk holder, first of all the star screw is loosened and the trunk holder is brought to the desired position. Then the screw is tightened. When the trunk holder is not required, it may be fixed in a rest position to save space. For this purpose, the pin at the adjusting strip is removed, the bracket is moved upwards and refastened in this position. For the protection of the trunks, the fork of the trunk holder should be wrapped with jute. The branch bracket is fixed with pins to the top part of the adjusting strip on the basic device. For stabilization purposes, the support bracket attached to the branch bracket is folded out and fixed to the top part of the transport cart with a pin and a safety hook. For the protection of the branches, the branch bracket should be wrapped with jute. Move the transport cart to the forklifter from behind. The 2 pivots at the transport cart fit into rails at the frame of the fork. As before, the pin is pushed through the fitting hole at the adjusting strip of the transport cart and fixed with the safety hook at the other end. The fork prongs may be varied in their width with the aid of 2 guide rails. The bags bracket matching the forklifter is fixed from the top. The support bracket is attached to the 2 lugs of the frame with a pin and is fixed with a safety hook. A further attachment is the crane boom, including a cable winch. The installation of the crane boom is very simple and quickly to achieve, which is typical for the motorhome products. The crane with a cable winch and supporting console is fixed with the pins and safety hooks at the brake point of the transport cart. Insert the attached bolt through the back hole and firmly lock with the nut. First of all, fully extend the rack and pinion jack. Then fix the rack from the crane boom backwards to the transport cart with a safety pin to the bracket joints and secure. The maximum load with retracted boom is 300 kilograms, and with extended boom still up to 200 kilograms with the counterweight of the operator. Move the transport cart to the transport blade from behind. The blade is secured to the rail of the transport cart with a pin and a safety hook. The bracket matching the transport blade is fixed to the blade from the top. The Allen screws will fix the brackets to the blade. For the transport of large stones, for example, the seam gripper has a further function. It is used to hook in the tension belt, which is put around the object to be transported and is lashed. In order to mount the fence winch, first of all the supporting console must be fixed to the transport blade. Then move the transport cart to the fence winch from behind and fix it with a pin and the safety hook. After removing the extension tube from the dispenser, you may attach the wire reel and reinsert the extension tube. Now the fence winch is ready for use. If you already have a transport blade, you may also upgrade the same into a fence winch. For this purpose, you need a hole in the centre of the transport blade. The distance to the back wall of the transport blade must be slightly more than the radius of the large rotary disc. The centre piece is inserted in the existing hole of the transport blade and fastened with a bolt from the bottom. Then put the smaller plastic disc and the larger rotary disc on top of that. That's it. Another accessory is the cutting tool. To fix the cutting tool, it is simply inserted into the two guide rails from the top and fastened with pins and spring bolts. Alternatively, the cutting tool may also be mounted reversed from the bottom. In this case, the objects to be transported can be penetrated further down. Then the tension belt must be fastened again at the seam gripper for safety purposes. In order to convert the transport cart into a trolley, first of all remove the handle by loosening the fixing screw and pulling out the handle. Then tilt back the transport cart. Now back up the cart component and introduce it into the opening of the handle component. Insert the two guide rails into the opening of the bags bracket. Then set up the trolley again and lock the trolley with the fixing screw. Now the trolley is tilted back again and is ready for use. The best thing about the motorhome system is the handy and straightforward change system to convert the transport carts for a variety of applications in no time at all.